Hey guys, what's up? Today in the SamsBrickLab, we are going to be adding the Borg Tower to Ninjago City. So let's go ahead and take a look. So adding the Borg Tower into the Ninjago City layout was actually super easy, mostly because that's how I designed it from the start. You'll notice that the Borg Tower is on two 16x16 gray plates, which is the exact width of a base plate that most Ninjago City buildings use. So basically I just had to design a Ninjago City base plate around Borg Tower, and there we go. In fact, you might say that the hardest part was designing the bridge, but that's kind of a lie, since if you've seen the video that I made on it earlier this year, you know it really wasn't that difficult. Basically all I did was take that exact same bridge design and stretch it out 16 more studs. So here we have a bridge that stretches from the Ninjago City docks all the way to the Ninjago City gardens, with room in the middle for the Borg Tower. So here's a better look at the base with the Borg Tower removed. As you can see, I basically just followed the regular Ninjago City layout, but left enough space for the two 16x16 plates of the Borg Tower. I also added in some support pieces here, which are very important for making sure that the tower stays balanced and does not collapse inwards towards the center, because let's face it, there is a lot of weight in that thing. And as you can see, there's also a back door here which leads out to a small dock, and we can take a look at that in a sec. There are also some exposed studs here, which are definitely a mistake. They should have been filled with some more technological designs, but since I don't have anything on hand, I'm just gonna do what everyone else does these days and just throw some abstract art pieces up there. In case you're curious, this comes from that Friends Olive Garden set, and this one comes from the Angry Birds treehouse. And the door right here is what I like to think of as Cyrus Borg's secret entrance, where he can either get into the tower unnoticed, or maybe, you know, if he needs to make a quick water-bound escape because of enemies breaking into the tower, he can do that as well. Since for a tower with such incredible security, it does seem to get broken into quite often by level 1 thugs, so not really happy with that, to be honest. Anyway, you can see here we also have some fish tiles just to spice things up a little bit. These actually come from the Spring Lantern Festival set. I ordered them on Bricks and Pieces earlier this year, and they really add a nice little touch to the water here, and I kind of wish LEGO had done that sooner with maybe some of the other Ninjago City sets. And then you can also see over here we have Dareth training Lloyd. I really doubt a fall into like 1 inch of water. 1 Lego inch of water is going to kill anyone anyway. I mean, seriously, what are these people thinking? Shame on them. Anyway, so my idea for this rock originally was actually to have a small little pagoda here, but unfortunately in order to fit it into this little section, I had to make it a lot narrower, and it was just too narrow and too tall, so I ended up cutting it and replacing it with this training rock. And I also added in a nice little Jurassic World sticker here with a little lizard, just because even lizards have dreams too, you know. One day maybe he'll be at Jurassic World too. The space idea is pretty simple, and you'll notice it kind of does awkwardly cut off abruptly right here. And the reason for that was because the idea was that you could actually make this modular. And the reason for that was because if you actually add in the Borg Tower here, you can see that in order to fill in the entire back, you would need a lot of pieces, a lot more than I was willing to invest in something that's basically just a proof of concept. So that's why I kind of cut it off at the first level here. I know it's a lazy solution, and really I probably could have taken the opportunity to follow a lot of people's comments and actually added in like an elevator or something. But in order to do that, I would have probably had to do something like Ninjago City, the original set. I probably would have had to rig up something like Ninjago City, and it would have worked. I don't know, it would have required way too much time, and like I said, with building up the entire back here, it would have required a ton of extra pieces, so I wasn't willing to do it for this video. Who knows? You know, if LEGO doesn't release a Borg Tower set next year, I may actually come back to this build and do something like that. So I guess no promises, but I will probably at some point eventually do something with it. Anyway, so here's just a quick look from behind at the docks combined with the Borg Tower and the gardens. I will say overall, I really like the way that the docks and the tower connect. Maybe less so with the gardens, just because instead of having an actual built-up base plate here, there's just this awkward little stone lantern, or monument, or whatever it's called. So maybe if you combine it with Ninjago City, it would look just a little bit better, or maybe even if you just sandwich the temple in between the two. Although the only problem with that is that you would have to extend this bridge out even more, and I'm not sure the structure would entirely be stable enough for that at that point. And at some point, I really do need to combine these all together into like one massive Ninjago City layout, just so that you guys can see my collection so far. But yeah, anyway, that's really all I have for you guys with this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you next time for Borg Tower Part 3, The Origins. And at this point, I'd like to give a huge shout out to everyone who sent in their suggestion, even if I didn't end up using it, or if I even if I didn't understand your response entirely. But thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best, and don't let anyone ever tell you anything different. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today, so you already know what to do. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all that other good stuff. And if you want to see more of my content, please feel free to check out the other videos on my channel. And if there's something you want to see me build, feel free to leave a comment in the comments section below, and I will see what I can do. Again, that's all I have for you guys today, so I will see you next time.